Alright, so today I'm going to work on my second and third pour. And I am by no means an expert in this. This is just my second attempt. But the experiment today is using Magicals wherever I could. So on this one I have buttermilk paint, some marigold and splendid gold dazzling metallic. I didn't have a gold Magicals. Quinacridone gold and red hot poker orange Magicals. Prussian blue and tainted love teal. Dioxazine purple and witch's potion purple Magicals. Shabby turbine teal. And then on this one I combined the vivid olive vine and the ponderosa pine Magicals. On this turbine teal I have a little bit of peacock pearl and teal dazzling metallics. The dioxazine purple I used was Traditions acrylics. And the Prussian blue is the fluid acrylics from Deco Arts. And to the buttermilk I added a little bit of white pearl so there'd be a little bit of shimmer. And to all of these I have added a little bit of Liquitex pouring medium, Floetrol. I just did a mixture. The Golden's GAC 800 to prevent crazing, that prevents your paint from cracking. And this is the big experiment. We use the Liquitex Basics Iridescent medium because I'm trying to keep the shimmer of the Magicals. Now, I noticed that on this one, the Magicals keep wanting to separate a little bit because my paints have been sitting here. So my paints are all ready. And you want it to drip off your stick, just sort of like honey or cream. So I have all the paints ready. So let me go ahead and get rid of the Magical and the extra paint. Get out of our way. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I am talking to a live audience. And feel free to stream it and fast forward and watch it if you don't like all the chat. Now I have added some water to all the paints in small amounts slowly so that I could get it the consistency I wanted. So I'm going to check. I haven't added any silicone to any of these. That one's a little thick, so I'm going to spray in a little water because I have been sitting here. I've been mixing while Carol was on, so you wouldn't have to wait. All right. And I've got my warm colors on one side and my cool colors on the other. I think that needs a little water too. And I thought that I'd kind of go back and forth between the two a little bit. And this is an 11 by 14 canvas, so I hope I have enough paint. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Eileen. Did you see the Magicals I'm using? I've got the Magicals in the green, the teal, the purple, the Prussian blue, the quinacridone gold. So I've got 5 Magicals in these paints. But I did use a little bit of paint in each of them, and I used the iridescent medium. So I actually got gloves. I'm just now getting some of that paint from the last pour. And I'm going to add silicone to all of them. And this is treadmill, 100% silicone. And I'm not going to stir the silicone a whole lot, because I've heard that the more you stir the silicone, should be good. Now you have to add water. It is a medium, so it should work just fine. It is to use with acrylic paints. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna like the gloves. They're thick, like dishwashing gloves, but it is messy. All right, so I'm gonna start with some of the buttermilk. I'm gonna pour it up from high, and then let's go with the Prussian blue. And then I'm going to go with the quinacridone gold. Then let's go with some of the green. I think I want the purple next to that green. Let's go with the cream again. I'm going to go with the turquoise. Up. And some of the purple. And the quinacridone gold. The yellow mixture. The Prussian blue, that'll probably make green. Some of the cream again. A little bit more of the yellow. All right, I'm going to save some of that yellow. And I'm going to save some of that teal. Okay. And I'm going to save some. There's a little bit in some of these cups. Okay. Ugh, I don't like these gloves. I can't use the gloves. My hands are sweating already. I'm just going to take my rings off and put them in a drawer. I do think I'm going to take the stick and just give it one little stir. I'm going to do a flip cup. And this is what I'm going to rest the canvas on. I know it's high on one side, but all right, let's let that sit there for a minute. Get those dots just down. I'll move it up. And down. I saw somebody else do this on one of their YouTube videos, and I thought that it was a smart idea, because I think then the paint has a little more fluidity. All right, let's torch. Got some good cells here. I want to get some smaller cells. Before I start to pour it off the sides. Let me move those. I'm loving this. All right, so I'm going to start this way. I'm going to tilt slow. And I'm going to see if I can get... Okay, it's all the way off that side. And I'm going to use a palette knife. And get some of that good runoff that's not too muddy on the edges. And I'm going to add to our cup some more of the cream, the quinacridone gold, any purple that we can get out. Just some of the colors I reserved. There's a lot of turquoise. Well, that was good. I think there's a little bit of yellow left. All right, so that's ready. I put in liquid pouring medium, Jean Floetrol, GAC 800. And let that run slowly down this side. I really like this center cream and lightness. I don't want to lose all of that. All right, so I'm going to pour more over here. And this will be more like a ribbon effect. It needs some of that purple. In there. And I think it needs some of this cream. And I think the lesson is when you think you have enough paint, pour more. And I'm going to pour the rest of that off. I just want to give it something to move off. Okay. Tay-Tay's woken up and decided, I'm not here. Where am I? All right, Sophia. I'll have it up on YouTube. You mean Tay-Tay? She just showed up, Dot. I'm getting the sides here on this part here. This go off. That corner. Let's see if I can slide more of the original and lose some of this on the sides more. There it goes. Slide some of that down this way. Too. All right. Let's see if I can get some of this purpley color in here and kind of break up this corner a little bit more. All right. A big rag would help, probably. Let's see if I can tilt that and get it. I think I like that a lot better. Just pulling off the paint that's dripping over the sides. Into the tray. I still have paint in that cup. I'm going to keep that. We're going to do something with it in just a minute. I'm pretty pleased with this one. Yeah, these have magicals in them. Now, whether we're going to see any shift or iridescence, that will kind of have to wait till it dries. All right, I'm going to give it another torch real quick. Mainly to these corners. See if I can get any more small cells to pop. I like the colors a lot on this one. All right, let me put this one down on the floor. Let's wipe our hands off. Yeah, I like the pops of the cream and the yellow a lot with the purple. Okay. Some of this is gorge. Just so what I'm going to do is take a piece of the watercolor. Got paint in here. This is the 140 weight watercolor paper. There's some really pretty paint on the, if I can scoop it up and get it. With some ribbons in it. All right, so let's torch that real quick. Get some cells to come up. Yeah, I'm going to move that this way so that the interesting part, and because this is on paper, I really want it to be pretty thin. Go off the edge there. Let it run down. And help it with some of this leftover paint. What we can do maybe on this one is a swipe, possibly. We'll let the mixture of the green go ahead on that end. Trying to take some of the unmixed paint that's all ribboned in places. It's curling real bad, but I like what I have going in the middle here. Just let it run a little bit more. Okay, let's get rid of that for just a second. And I have some white sitting over here, ready for the other canvas. Let's pour white right here. And let's swipe. We have nothing to lose, it's just paper. It may just be greens. Now let's torch that. All right. Clean that off before I forget and it gets all dirty. Okay. I'm going to lay that paper just on top of an atlas and let it sit and dry. Let's throw all the cups away from that pour. Let me put that in the water and that in the water. Someday all this, it's always greenish Torching things, yeah. I think I need to put more butane in the torch. 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't think Bob's still aware, or he would be a little freaked. Okay, so let me get our little stand back. And the second canvas. Now the second canvas I didn't paint. I'm going to do kind of a beach scene that I saw someone else do. A technique. There's some magical goodness in the sides here, Eileen. Okay, so first cup we're going to get ready is the beach. And I hope I have enough paint. I think I do. But you know, you never know. So I've got Titan Buff. I think that's a little thick now. So when they sit, they do get thick. Okay, Titan Buff. This is Sepia, the Magicals with the Iridescent medium and the Floetrol and the liquid pouring medium. This is Raw Sienna. And this is the Magicals Cattail Copper Brown. No paint, just the Magicals. This is the Vivid Ginger Peach and Hogsworth Orange. Okay. A little more of that sepia. Put some buttermilk, or Titan Buff actually. Sienna. More of that copper brown. And more of the sepia. You know what I didn't add to this paint? No silicone. Well, we're going to just add some drops right now. And I'm going to give it a little stir. And add the rest of the paint. So we may have less cells on the beach than we do in the ocean, because we'll remember to add to the ocean. We should get some different densities. even within the colors. Okay. Yeah, I think I have a little more of that copper. Just trying to get all that paint in the cup. A little bit more of the raw sienna. And the last of that ginger peach and Hogsworth orange. All right, that's the beach colors. I'm gonna let that sit to the side. All right, now I'm gonna get the blues and we're gonna add silicone. Add some silicone to all of them. Add some silicone to that white. I need another cup for the ocean colors. All right, so here I have quite a mixture of blues, a lot of turquoises. So it may not have enough of a difference. We'll have to see. Some of them are flat, some of them are shimmery. So that's citron green and Bahama blue. I've got Bahama blue by itself. I have phthalo blue and phthalo green in a cup over here. I have aquamarine over here. Tibetan poppy teal is in this cup by itself. And another teal magical is over here that I can't find the jar. Probably put it away. It's one of the industrial chic ones. I think that was all the magicals. And I have some white. So I'm going to use a little white. It seems thick. I'm going to give all those a little water too. So when I stir in the silicone, because I've been sitting. All right, so I'm going to pour some white in. And then I'm going to go with the Bahama blue. We'll add a darker teal and a shimmer. We'll add some of this green. I'll go real dark. I'll go back to the white. The other magicals. Darker turquoise. Some of that real dark. More of the Bahama. More magicals. More white. Okay, now I'm going to get the last of the shimmery magicals here. Try to get every bit of that paint out of that cup. Put some of the green. This is going to be a full cup, so that's good. Because I want most of it to be beach. Some of that dark in there. Last of this. Turquoise. I want to save some of the white and some of that Bahama blue in case I want to swipe. All right. I'm going to take a brush and just brush out those dots. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this one, I really wish I had the push pins, is I'm going to take the blue and the beach, and I'm going to pour the beach down here. I'm going to pour the blue. Yep, plenty of paint. Next to it, I'm going to save a little bit of that beach color there. See if I can't get it to come. Oh, there, that's good. All right, let's torch this. Torch just, I'm gonna have to fill up the new one and see if it goes off. I can hear the gas though. All right, so let's tilt. I'm not gonna have to do much to tilt. I do want to tilt the ocean over to the side. Oh, I'm losing some of my really pretty cells. This to go back this way. All right, let's see if we can get some help over here. Okay. Let's see if I can get the ocean to come back a little bit more and the beach to retreat. Okay. Need about 3 different hands. All right, so I need to get the sides covered with the beach part over here. Okay. I'm pretty happy with it, other than I wish I hadn't lost all my cells. Let me try. Getting a few more to pop up. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is take the white. I don't know if I really want to do this, but I'm going to attempt it. Alright, so I'm going to take the white and I'm going to do just a light swipe. Probably should have had more white, I think. Oh, that was not good, Debbie. It's a good thing there's a carpet there. I just got like a whole thing of paint on the carpet. Okay. Well, I am getting more cell action, so I kind of like that. Okay. So I'm going to try this smaller. Okay, now I need a torch to work. I'm not getting lacing because I'm not getting it right. But I am getting a little bit of the effect that I wanted. Okay, let's try the torch again. Okay, so I like that. Oh, I don't know if I like that. All right, so I'm gonna torch again right in here. And I think I'm gonna rock the painting sideways and let some of this paint move so it has a more organic movement. Actually, I'm not too displeased with that. And I have managed to get paint on the floor but not step in it, which is good. The sides look good. Okay, let's get a paper towel and maybe try to get that up off the rug. Yeah, I could add a turtle to the water when it's dry. Let's clean this off. The swipe is it's kind of tough. I need to try the other torch because this torch seems to crap out. But I'm pleased with the two that I got done today. They're totally different. Yeah, I think that you'll see the shimmer the more it dries. We'll see it. And I got more ribboning here than I did cells, but I'm okay with that too. And I got some of the lacing. I had enough paint. That's an improvement. Oh, there's an area with no paint back here. Let me fix that. You have to look on the sides for sure. Hopefully it won't change too much while it dries. Can't deal with the gloves. There's a little bit of brown paint in here. Just going to add a ribbon of this darker paint. Just to add some more movement. put the first one on the tray. Okay, don't use paper to set it on. Here's the first one. Let me set it on the tray. And then on the paper. Let me move this one carefully off the table. Yes, Jean, a heat gun will supposedly, some of them say, a heat gun. I don't think it works as well. Add a turtle and Laura will buy it. Well, I'm going to add a turtle to this other one. Here's the one on paper. Let's play with the heat gun. The problem with the heat gun, from what I understand, is it can make your paint crack. Because it dries the top layers too fast. Yeah, I'm not seeing any more cells. But even this one would be pretty with something added to it. I mean, it's, like I said, it's just a piece of paper. I think I'm going to put a piece of wax paper under it, because I'm afraid it's going to stick to this atlas. Yeah, it reminds me of marbleized materials. This one's got some pretty details. It'll be a pretty background. For something. Yeah, and I don't know, this one may end up, you can really see the magical shimmers in here where it's starting to dry. I think that'll be really interesting. I'm afraid this is so thick right in here, it may crack. Kind of reminds me of turtle shell in places. Some of the colors. Okay, let's take out the new torch, because the old torch sucks. I should have returned it. I started to, and then it was working. Maybe it's just operator error. It doesn't want to stay on, and there's gas in it. So I've ordered a different one. So and this one has lets you see if it's full window. Yeah, you can, now that there's a little ribbon in here that's dry, you can really see the shimmer. I think when they're dry, Oh, that color shift paint? It's like $8 for a 4-ounce bottle, Monique. You know, if you could use your coupon at Michael's. And also, do not, I repeat, do not, if you're thinking of trying this and use the alcohol, do not use a torch if you're using the alcohol. Because somebody in one of my Facebook groups said that they, like, their painting was on fire. Luckily, they were outside, and she was able to put everything out, and she was okay, but it's because she had alcohol. And Danny Clark was showing some. I need to. Okay. Filling it with gas. Remove the stand by pulling away from the torch. Okay, that was easy. Yeah. I don't know why she thought. This one has an on-off switch. A safety lock. So it can't flare. Now, I don't know how you're supposed to tell if you've got gas in here or not. Now that one's on. Or it was on for a minute. All right. I think that was open and it was escaping. This one's on. I can hear it. I don't know if I see a flame. There it goes. And you only have a certain amount of time before you get cells. All right. Well, that's enough of that. Turn that one off. I may try one with alcohol, but I'm not sure. I don't know what the point of the base is. And I don't know how you tell this is full. Because it didn't do anything. Guess I need a chef. But I don't have lots of canvases, so that's the only pours I had ready today. Those were the two that I wanted to do. I had seen the one with the Prussian blue and those colors, the first one, and I really liked it. Hers was a lot darker, but she probably had more of the Prussian blue. Also thought using up those vivids was not a bad idea. But the main thing was to test out the Magicals, and it did work, and it is still shimmery with the iridescent medium. So I definitely would use the Magicals again. And what I did was I added this to the pour medium, iridescent medium. I definitely would put more of this in there to keep that shimmer, because I think the shimmer stayed. It didn't hurt that this Liquitex pouring medium is a gloss, not a matte product. I don't think the Floetrol is one or the other. I'm just trying to put some things up so we have room to do something. I don't know what, but do something. That is just going to stick to there. Okay, but it's wax paper. All those are drying where Tay Tay can't get in them. Let me stop the recording.